Good morning, all. My name is Nikhil Patel, and I'm here to talk to you about road safety. So, what is road safety? Road safety is the essential care that you take on the road as an individual. It is the extra attention that you pay out while you're in the vehicle or you're walking on the roads. It is known that each and every country has its own laws and regulations, and they vary per how they've been set. These have been normally placed in there so that it helps with the preventions of catastrophic accidents which could be fatal and helps keep citizens in line to follow rules and regulations so it is a safer environment for everyone. One thing to know is that pedestrians too have to follow road safety rules as they are involved in the same environment as the vehicles on the road. Therefore, they are a major factor. And fines are also there in case any of the road rules have been breached, and they could be very hefty. Road signs. We tend to see these in our everyday lives, whether you're commuting to work or to school or even visiting a friend. It will be there at some point of your day. They are a very important part of road safety, and they help users predict what is to come ahead and to react accordingly. Sometimes road signs tend to be very close to what is coming ahead, and at times they may give you enough time to react, and therefore you need to know what each sign means. Road signs tend to have a reflective surface on them, or are tend to be made of reflective surfaces, so that at night or in a dark environment they can be visible to drivers as their car's light could be reflected upon the road sign and they could see what is on it. Normally, some signs have a higher importance than others, and this is in certain scenarios such as when there's a hospital around or a fire department is situated in a location. This is due to the fact as this may be a medical or a public service that is needed during an emergency, and therefore they may have a higher right to the road than any other individual on the road at the time being. Therefore, some signs may have more information. The most common road sign that you will spot will either be a stop sign or a speed limit indication sign around you. What would be the factors to consider about road safety? There's always a few reasons that could hinder with road safety. Weather conditions is one of the most important. A change in the weather condition in an environment could lead to your car behaving completely differently to what it did when the road was dry. This is due to the fact that other things come into play with this, such as friction and etc. Yeah. Most drivers normally know how to deal with such conditions, but for example, if it is a new driver, they would not know how to react in such a condition and therefore could be the cause of an accident. Another important factor would be road condition. This would be a genuine concern as if the road conditions aren't great, it could lead to a lot of people's cars being damaged. When cars are damaged, they end up being in a state where they could be an immediate risk for the person operating it and also the people around it, as it could malfunction and cause an accident as well, very commonly known. Therefore, if you see, normally governments of the local area would normally try to keep the roads as user friendly as possible and as vehicle friendly as possible to avoid damages to individuals' vehicles as well. Another thing is that keeping your car well maintained would also be another factor, as a car that has been damaged severely, it would not be worth the risk driving it around as it could be catastrophic. Impaired drivers are also one of the most dangerous as they may be drugged and could therefore be unconscious. So they would not be knowing what's going on around in their surroundings, which leads to reckless driving. Reckless driving can also be considered if one is overspeeding or racing around on the streets with others in the environment. Reckless driving does not always have to be when you're impaired. Reckless driving is one of the most important ones as a lot of young drivers think they could go racing around or they can go fast, but they do not take into consideration of the other users around them. One very, very horrible mistake most people make, that is a reason for road safety presentations, is that distracted drivers. Distracted drivers are one of the most vulnerable people as they're the ones who are most likely to cause an accident as they do not know what is going on ahead as they may be messaging or they may be making a phone call, and that could lead to a horrific accident. Other factors that would have to be considered would be also pedestrians. As pedestrians are part of the road safety environment, they have to follow the rules and regulations as well. For example, they cannot cross anywhere as that would be considered as jaywalking. They have to cross at certain specific zebra crossings which have been placed around at junctions or on certain roads, and they can be fined as well for breaking a road rule. Being a road user, it is our duty to keep an eye out for all the factors that could jeopardize with your safety on the road as well as others. Therefore, it is important to know that your safety is the other person's safety as well. We have to keep in mind that to never drink and drive, as that is one of the most common breach of road safety regulations and could lead to death, and you may end up in jail for life and may have a very hefty fine. Also to keep in mind is never to use your phone while driving, no matter what the circumstances are. Keeping your speed at the limit is the key, as this could lead to less interactions with the police, as they would not want to trouble you for not breaking the law. And never be aggressive, as it will not get you anywhere faster. It doesn't make you look cool either, so therefore it is better not to be aggressive. These are the references that I use for my presentation. I hope this gave you more information on road safety and its factors. Thank you very much.